Hi Aries, welcome to your February 2019 reading. We're just going to do a really quick reading. Oh, I've got cards flying everywhere. That's okay. We're going to do a really quick reading for the month of February 2019, and we're just going to check in with what's happening with you physically, in terms of health, in terms of finances, in terms of career. I feel like a card flipped over. Hold on a second. Maybe not, maybe I'm imagining things. See what's happening with you physically, what's happening with you emotionally, what's happening with you mentally, and what's going on with you spiritually in terms of your life purpose and just your connection to source. So let's dive in. I will say these cards are feeling very, very, very alive for you, Aries. So there may be a lot happening this month. I just did a reading for Leo, and interestingly enough, their cards were very slow. They came out very slowly. Yours energy feels very, very intense, very active. So let's see what's going on. By the way, if this message does not resonate, feel free to check your moon and rising sign. Aries is your sun sign, but this message isn't quite resonating. I'm a Leo sun sign, but Aries moon and rising, and I often find that when I watch videos from other readers that Aries actually, the Aries videos actually speak to my situations a lot more directly a lot of times. Wow, the energy in these cards is just absolutely unbelievable. So, physical space for Aries this month. What energy do we have? What energy do we have? There we go. Emotional energy, emotional space this month for Aries. Mental space for Aries this month. And finally, spiritual space for Aries. Oh, there we go. Right. Okie dokie. Whew, well, this is interesting. Okay. So, physical space this month. You might be being quite stern with people. You might be having a lot of situations where you need to set some really clear boundaries. And it may also be that you're just involved in some projects at work that may be very mental, very intellectual. So it may be that you're very in your head this month. Not sure quite about that. We may need to clarify these cards. In your emotional space, you've got the Ace of Wands. So I get the sense that there's some sort of there's something that you're passionate about this month. There's something that's making your emotions kind of stirred up with excitement, with that typical classic fire signs kind of energy. There's a house in the distance here. It may be that you're wanting to buy a house and you're getting really excited about the thought of it. Or it may be some sort of project, something that you're dying to make a new start or a new beginning in. Ace of Wands, it's a new energy, so something that you're starting completely brand new, you've never done it before, or something that maybe you have done before, but you're going back to it, and so it's a new beginning. And it may be that whatever this thing is that's getting you really excited about it, it may be that you spend a lot of February in this Queen of Swords energy, because it may be that you're very in your head. You're really excited about it, but maybe you're trying to do some research around it. If it is something like buying a house or some sort of project or something that is kind of a big thing like that, it may be that you're trying to get more information and you're trying to be really rational and think clearly about it and dot the I's and cross the T's and, make sure you're not, like she's got her sword and it's straight upright. So she's wanting to really get to the heart of the matter. She's wanting to make sure that she's investigating things fully. She knows exactly what she's getting into before she actually goes ahead with this. So it may be a month where it's not so much about starting this new thing, but about planning how you're going to do it, okay? And then in the mental space, so, I mean, this is actually the card for what you're doing in the physical. But it is a very mental energy, being a swords card. And then in the mental space, you've got a Pentacles card, which is traditionally sort of the more physical card. But this is a Pentacles card that's associated with money. And again, there are houses in the background. So it may be that this is something to do with business, buying a business, going into business, buying a house, selling a house, something along those lines. It doesn't have to be, it could be anything, but there's definitely an energy of that in these cards. And there's an energy here of, I get, of trying to be stable when you're making this decision. It may also be an energy of you need to be financially prudent this month to be able to achieve this goal, whatever it is. So it may be a month where mentally you have to be a bit more thoughtful about what you're spending money on, trying to think about where you can save some money. Yeah. And spiritually, we've got the Devil is coming out. And so this is a card where spiritually you may be fighting some fears about what this thing is that you're wanting to do. You may be really excited about it, but you may fear that you're not actually going to make a good decision, or that maybe it's not something you're capable of achieving. So you may have to work through some fears this month about, I don't know, like your ability to do it. It may be a month where you have to untangle spiritually some of these fears that you have about your own competence or your own capability to do something. It may be that if you're looking at doing this thing, whatever it is, with somebody else, it may be that you have to be careful about doing it with somebody else, because it may be that somebody else's intentions for this are not pure. So it may be that you're better to go in to do this alone this month. I'm not getting the sense that that's for everybody. That's just for some people. It may also be the fact that you're just so excited about it that there may be this temptation to just rush in and be kind of foolhardy about it and just kind of sign on the dotted line and just make the decision. And it may be that you might have to temper your enthusiasm a little bit this month. It's funny, with the Devil and the Four of Pentacles together and side by side, it's almost like there's an energy of stubbornness too. And I know we don't like that classic horoscope zodiac sign stigma about Aries being stubborn, because there's obviously so much more to Aries than just being stubborn, and there are actually benefits of that. The benefits of that being that Aries are very persevering, determined kind of people. They generally get what they want because they're not prepared to give up. And but with this here this month, with both this Devil card and this Four of Pentacles card, there may be a need to be a little bit careful about being stubborn or rigid. It may be that you can have what you want this month, but you may have to have an open mind about how you get it. It may be that you make all these plans about how this is going to come about, right? But it may be that almost like an offer comes in out of the blue from some unexpected source that you hadn't considered. And it's actually a really good offer, like that promises a lot of potential for the future. And you may be inclined to reject it because it's not what you had in your plan, right? So just be mindful of the tendency to be too rigid to how you thought this would happen. It may be that you have to be flexible. It may be that there's some unexpected opportunity in this. And if you're not rigid, and if you're not stubborn, and if you think, okay, I mean, that's not really what I had in mind, but maybe I'll look into this. It may be that you find out, oh, wow, that's actually like way better than what I was thinking about. Or, wow, like now that I've looked into it, actually that seems like the best way to go. So, yeah, I just noticed, sorry, I'm recording this just as the sun is sort of setting. And when I started this video, the video was nice and light, and now I look all dark. So, please forgive me, people. Because there's this energy of sort of potential stubbornness or resistance that's coming out, I'm going to pull a card from the Power of Surrender deck by Judith Orloff to see what it is that perhaps we need to let go of or surrender to this month. I mean, it may also be that actually you've got this great idea this month, but you're maybe afraid of your own success. Is another thing that I'm seeing for some people. And so you may almost have this tendency to get too in your head this month, to kind of like overanalyze it and think, oh, but I'm not ready, I can't do that, I need to do more research. And it may be that that's actually a way of you procrastinating from doing something because you fear that you won't be successful, or maybe you fear that you will be successful. And maybe this is an area where you're not sure if you want to be successful. Let's have a look. Let's see what more information we can gather about that. Have to be really quick here because my camera is running out of video. Okay, so we've got 2 cards that have come out, and it says surrender to receiving support and love. So with this Ace, yeah, that just clarifies what I was saying before about this Ace of Wands. It may be that unexpected support comes out of the blue. Somebody comes in with a bright idea to help you achieve your goal. And it's saying, let them. This card actually says, allow the support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So let yourself be supported this month. I know I said sort of be wary of energies that are coming in. So do use your own intuition. Not every offer may be a beneficial one, but there certainly does seem like there is going to be supportive energy around you. And it also says surrender resentments. So this 4 of Pentacles and this devil energy may actually be that there's a bit of resentment around something that has happened with somebody else. Something else that may have to do with, I mean, maybe you're planning to do a particular project with someone in the past, and maybe there was a toxic energy around it and you cut it out, or for whatever reason the project didn't go ahead, and maybe there was a nastiness around how things went, and it may be that you need to let that go. You need to surrender the resentments. Because there is support here for you, there is love here for you. It may not be from the same person, but there's definitely a sense of, if you can let that go, you can achieve your dream, or if it's the same one, you can achieve another dream that you're working on. But it's kind of like this month, you're going to get the most out of it if you really drop the baggage from the past, so that you are starting with this new cycle, so that you can really feel the enthusiasm of it rather than carry the baggage forward. I'm going to also see if I can really quickly get a Bluebird Lenormand message, and then we'll wrap this up. Oh. So I'm only going to take the one that flew out at the one time, not the others. Okay, so what have we got? We've got ship, and this is a card number 3. A ship carrying gold sails straight into view, lined in its hold are fortunes for you. If you should travel with a special friend, memories unfurl for years upon end. So there is abundance, and it is connected to someone helping you, to a very special friend helping you. Let them in, let the abundance in. Okay, Aries, have a great month.